Hello, foodie friends. My name is Susie Joy, and I'm so glad that you found our page. I grew up in a suburb of Boston in a wonderful family. My mom and dad had met in 5th grade, and they were devoted to each other. I had an older brother, and my grandma also lived with us. When I was in high school, I lost my gram, and then my brother, and then my dad, all within a span of 3 years. It was devastating. I went off to college in Vermont, and after graduating as a teacher, I stayed there because I landed a job in a local school. My mom came to live with us, and I thank God every day for that because we really drew strength from each other. I loved my job, and I loved living in that little community. One summer, we went to the fair. It was a rural fair, as you can imagine, and I was taken with all the animals. I was so interested, and then later we wandered over to the show, and we watched the rides and the games and then the food booths. And as I was walking along, I watched for a minute and I said to my husband 4 little words that would change the trajectory of our lives. We could do that. And sure enough, the next summer we had a booth at that fairgrounds. It was old, it was dirty and dusty, but it was our first foray into the carnival concession business, and we were hooked. Within a couple of years, we had our own trailer, and while I kept my teaching job, during the school year, we also did 18 fairs and festivals. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I loved the travel. I loved meeting new people. I loved serving the food. And it wasn't a big fancy menu. We really, it was the basics. Back then you could do that. You could get booked with that, and it worked out really well for us. Later, we took a trailer on the road with our signature product, with what would become our signature product, which was the blooming onion. I'm proud to say we were the first people in New England to bring the blooming onion to the fair circuit, and we made a lot of money with it. I'm not saying that to impress you. I'm saying it to impress upon you that this can be a very lucrative business, but you really have to know what you're doing. So I urge you to follow along. Please let me know where you're from and what you're selling or thinking of selling, and any questions or problems you may be encountering. Also share this with others. You can follow us on My Food on Wheels, on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. I'm so glad you're here. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.